Hi to everyone. Never look back and keep going. It is not over yet. I like to share my sad story in my life. This is the real story. This the story I have experienced in my life. When I was a boy of 14 years of age, I fled from my country. Originally, I'm from Rwanda. So, due to unrest wars suddenly occurred in the country in 1994, I felt my hope was over and my future was done. But was really my future finished? At that time, my answer was yes. But the true answer is no. This story may impact you from beyond expectation if you follow it to the end. My wish was to finish school. I did love school. I was that kind of boy who really want to go to school and go far with education. I believed that education is the key for success. But by the time I left the country, I couldn't see how I would be able to finish. I had no support. I had no backup. As a kid of 14 years old, I was just confused. But I couldn't hear from inside the soft voice telling me that it is not over yet. It is not over yet. I kept hearing this voice from inside in several occasions that it wasn't over yet. But I never believed it. As a normal human can react during very difficult times, but I assure you that this voice is a perfect instructor and a comforter during adversity. One of the Bible verse emphasized in Isaiah 30:21, and your own ears will hear a word behind you saying, "This is the way, walk in it." I hope almost everyone can be able to hear such kind of voices. It comes whispering from within, showing you that the way you are taking is wrong, or the way you are taking is right. You will feel some kind of warmness or nervous according to the decision you will take, according to that voice. In a comment, you can just say if someone heard that voice and what happened whenever I heard the voice and followed the voice. The voice says again, in case you should go to the left or in case you should go to the right, that voice will show you the way. It means if you wanna go wrong, the voice will direct you in the right path. That voice is saying, this is the way. I never give up. I never stop finding ways forward to study, even though could seem impossible. As from a country to another without knowing where I was going, and also not knowing someone to the other side of the land where I was going. I was a little bit scared, but I had to walk to keep going anyway. So I walked, and most of my traveling period, I had no money to pay the buses or even small taxis. I was just scared of officials as I was having no visa, no passport. There was no way to get even a visa or a passport, though I was even young to get those stuff. But thanks to God's protection, for sure, I could see God together walk with me. Whenever I look back, I see live how God performed miracles on people's lives. One day I found myself in the big jungle with dangerous animals, but I didn't know. I could hear some sound from far, like echo, the sound of animals if you push the trees. I couldn't hear, and I didn't know which direction. I didn't have no device to direct me. I was just walking, and I got dry to the point where my throat was making some sound while I was trying to breathe. The throat was totally dry. The forest was so big and tense, and I was afraid. Also, I didn't know which side I could find water or a river. It was in the summer. It was very hot. It was in a hot period. So there's nothing I could do. I felt weak and I sat down to rest a bit. As I was sitting down for a few minutes, actually a few seconds, that voice came back whispering from within, "It's not yet over." I was always encouraged to keep going whenever I could hear that voice. And since I was very exhausted, the fear of animals made me even stand up and go again through. Although I had no more energy, but I kept going anyway. Now I can ask a question. How bad do you want it? Doesn't matter what it is, but how bad do you want it? As I wanted to study so badly, I never focused on different bad situations in which I was passing through. I always gained the strength when I remembered that one day I will graduate from school. That was enough to give me courage. We become what we think about. As I got out of the forest, I could see the houses few miles away from the position where I was ahead from me. I just wanted water. I could see few houses, so I ran quickly to the house which was closer to me, and there was a little bit tuck shop in front of the house. So I just ran to the tuck shop. There was a young man, and I asked the young man to help me with water to drink. I was tired, and also he could see that I'm from far. I'm not from that area. That man, he gave me milk, fresh milk, about 500 milliliter. I drink the milk, and I could feel my life is coming back. I wish God can bless him for saving my life. I felt alive again and felt crying as well, because I had no way to thank him. So I could be able now to continue with my journey until I met the people who became my sponsors for high school. They did, and they helped me to finish high school. But it was not over yet. As I finish high school, I want to go to university with no gain. I had to do anything I could so that I can be able to attend university. As my belief was that to go at university and have a competitive education, that was my key for success. That's what I believed at that time. But I couldn't get a chance to get to university because they needed payment and I had no money. I had no good job. I had no good income. What did I do after that? I had to do any kind of job to survive. While in the same processes, the time passed by, the years even, till 2019, where pandemic came. That time I was doing daily paying jobs, which means if I could not go to work, I was not going to get paid. During pandemic period, I stayed at home. There was no income. I could try to go out, but there was a police which was telling people to go back inside. That is dangerous outside. I started believing that I'm in a serious situation. The voice inspired into my mind again. I got an idea. I started asking myself if this was the end of my life. Then I had other questions like if I can't go out to work, it means I must die hungry. The voice could be coming over and over again, saying to me that it was not over yet. I was feeling confident that I'm not going to die. After that voice, somehow I felt strong. I got many questions of how I will survive while I'm not going to work. Now this time I was looking for many answers of many questions I had. Some of them is like how to survive without going out of your house. Or is anyone anywhere at home? For me, I had no knowledge for anything whatsoever. I never knew how to do anything from home or on the internet. But I got an idea that maybe I must visit Mr. Google, because Google knows everything. So I visited Google for my answers. Actually, that was my turning point of my life, where I found my answers and more information that I was looking for. I was not going to know, and I never knew them the whole of my life. Only that moment when I decided to visit Mr. Google. Thank you so much, Mr. Google. If you are listening to this video, I assure you that you too can do it. It may seem to be impossible at the start, as I felt in the jungle, but with the time and some effort, you will see positive results. Whenever you get an idea, remember that idea is from divine source and is always perfect. If you don't know how to do something, learn, gain some knowledge, and you will gradually feel stronger and confident. And later on, you will be amazed of your insight and start seeing your promising road to your success. So, learn and relearn. Learn and relearn, and work hard, and all good things will follow. Remember, it is not over yet. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video have an impact to your life. Good luck. Thank you so much.